you are back on the Tortoise and Hare experience. You just heard the song Victorious by Heaven and Earth, which love the guys. I think they're still here. I think they're playing around with our bathroom. I think they're actually fixing it.
Do you think they are?
Yeah. Sam knows a little bit about the bathroom. She came to use it. And I was like, this is kind of a man's bathroom. You kind of have to jiggle it. You know, it's not really.
You basically pointed to a hole and said, I don't know if it's really working. And I said, hey, don't worry. I'll aim and I'll leave it. Who needs to flush?
No,
I'll just let it be.
Okay.
Bless your toilet with my pee presence.
Done.
And it's pretty too.
Oh, thank you. It's gorgeous pee.
Blessed we are for your pee.
Amen.
Oh my gosh.
Now, because this is a kind of a happy show, and by happy meaning we're celebrating 1 year of the Tortoise and Hare experience, we're just going to keep on sharing experiences. And since you went first this time, I'll go first this time.
Okay.
And the experience that I'm sharing is I feel a little gross. And here's why. They're doing some construction, speaking of bathrooms, on my home, and they shut off the water, and I haven't taken a shower in a day. And I'm one of these weird people that in order to feel refreshed and feel new and to start the day, it's kind of like a reboot, I feel I need to take a shower. That's kind of the experience that I'm going through. Can you smell me? Am I smelling gross?
Pretty. It's
no.
kind of.
You're just a little sweaty and
sweaty.
Clammy.
Yeah.
Like when I hugged you earlier with the photo, I stuck to you. It was like flypaper. But I like you, so it's okay. I don't mind.
Maybe you should wear sleeves though the next time, because you know don't you hate that when somebody's really sweaty and they're not wearing sleeves and they hug you and it's like,
how about when they put their arm over your shoulder and leave a whole like pit print on your
when you
whatever you're wearing.
Sign, you do autographs and stuff, and when somebody comes over and takes a picture with you and you're trying to be just thankful that they're there, it's just
it's like, I'm very grateful for the $20, sir. Please stop sweating on me.
And then you have to use all this antibacterial lotion to just wash them away, and it's just,
I got to tell you something. I started kissing everybody on the lips, and I know that sounds like the anti-statement, but when you do these autograph signings and people come up to you, I'm a super friendly lady. Like, I hug and kiss everybody. And after kissing enough greasy, sweaty guys on the cheek, the safest place for me to actually go is the lips. It's the least amount of wet. It's the least amount of slip. It's the least amount of slide. I could get in, get out, a little peck, I'm done. I know. But you know what I do? I keep Purell with me, and literally I soak my lips in Purell, and I've never gotten anything, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Purell is the best disinfectant
but you
ever.
know why I tell you to be careful on that is not because of the germs.
Oh,
but
that's what I was
because
thinking.
of the stalkers.
Oh, them.
The moment that you kiss a fan on the lips, they are marrying you.
But I've done a ton of them, and I swear to God, I've only been stalked by one 93-year-old neighbor, and I never kissed him, and he was not my fan, and he used to yell at me all the time. But that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
But the ones I love on, they never stalk me. I don't understand. Not that I'm asking for anybody to stalk me, but I've been lucky.
Yeah, you have been lucky.
I've been so lucky. I'm so accessible.
Lucky.
Who would stalk me? They could just like show up and be like, "Hey," and I'd hug and I'd kiss them.
Right. But they're gonna come with the suit
and the knife
dress
and
the
tarp
tape
and
that's it.
Yeah, the needle with the
Sammy.
sedative to
It's that
knock
one
me
kiss.
out.
It's that one kiss.
And I'll be living in a basement of some guy's house for 10 years until somebody finds me accidentally.
That's right. So I say fist bump.
Hey.
Just saying.
No, I have a friend that does that. He has a germaphobe issue and he fist bumps everybody, but it's not the same. People don't expect a fist bump from me.
Yeah, no.
A tit bump maybe, but like fist bump now.
Maybe that's a good thing that you could develop that.
Yeah. I like that. My new greeting.
That's it.
I just rub my tits on you.
I'm like,
what guy
I'm down
would say
for
no
it.
to that?
Hey. Okay.
We're on
I think I'm on to something new. Thanks, guys.
I like it.
I cut off your experience, so you're talking about how you're gross.
No, that's my experience. I'm just feeling gross. What's your experience that you're going through right now, Max?
Well, other than I shared on the last show that I've experienced this operation, and I kind of feel gross about that too, because I've got these wounds on me now that I hate, and having to tape them and do all that stuff. But that's not my experience. My experience is that my band is finally in the studio with Mike Klink, and Thank goodness. And it's,
Awesome.
Yes. What a weight is lifted off of your shoulders when you finally begin recording and you know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, it's going to be a long road, of course, but very excited.
Getting into the studio is half the battle.
It really
right?
is. It is half the battle. And so we're very thankful to our record company, ESMG Warner, and to David Helfand, our attorney, and all the many people that are involved in getting that done. And so check out Downtown Attraction, and we'll be out there soon.
Now, Sam, do you have a experience that you'd like to share?
Yes, I sure do. Okay, so when I saw Max last was on my Sam's Pajama Party show that I do at the Joint
Such
Studios.
fun.
Thank
Oh
you so
my
much.
God.
Everybody shows up in pajamas, a bunch of notables, infamous and famous and whatnot, and everybody is forced to get to know each other in the confines of a studio. Most of the time they don't know one another, in pajamas, and it's super fun. We have alcohol, everybody gets loosey-goosey.
Which
It's
we
good
need more
times.
alcohol around here. I think
Yeah, where's
that's
the
problem.
alcohol?
Right? Well, we have champagne today.
Yeah. If we can get some more alcohol donations,
Yeah,
people.
hello,
Yeah, we need
donations.
we need a
Alcohol.
sponsor.
Hello.
Right.
So, I'm not very klutzy with electronical gear, but I hear it's the Mercury in retrograde, which will be done August 7th or whatever. I guess the day this hits the big internet. Everybody's electronical issues will be done. Your 3GS, I had a 3GS. So right before my issue with my computer, my phone fried. So I had a fried 3GS. The next day, I literally, the computer bag strap of my computer that was a year old broke and fell to the floor right before my show. And my friend who was with me, Ari, was like, hey, no worries. The blue light, you can still see it. It's an Apple. You can still see it. It's fine. I didn't think about it. I get to the show, running around a little bit late with stuff. I open my computer to email my show prep to the studio. It's a blue screen. So I'm like, I flipped out. But my flip out was so much better than my flip outs of yesteryear. So I realized, okay, I have pretty much everything's backed up except for the last 30 days. My friends told me that they could do it for me that were there, so I calmed down a little bit. Long story short, I go to the Apple store the next day. They take my computer. They send it to the Apple Depot to be worked on. Turns out it was a logic board. They were going to replace that, a $310 flat fee. Okay, fine. So 3 to 5 business days for my computer to get back. 2 weeks later, I have no computer, and it's been in transit for 4 days. Turns out that either Apple did not put it in the box and sent it to the FedEx hub.
Well, they are geniuses.
And then got it empty, or they did put it in the box like they said, and it got to the FedEx hub computerless. There was an empty box. So long story short, they launched a 9-day investigation to find out who has stolen my fucking computer. Can I curse on the show?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Okay, so I just got a call right before the show started from Apple. They've been super awesome. The investigation has yielded fucking nothing. They have realized that FedEx cannot find my computer either. So Apple owes me a new computer, but I'm more worried about the sensitive materials on my computer, like the naked photos of myself.
Awesome.
You know,
But
the
you know
stuff
what?
that you wouldn't really want anybody to have. And here's the fucked up thing. They fixed my computer. It wasn't even like it was a blue screen. It was fixed and then sent back and then stolen, lost, or whatever. So now, hang on. So 2 weeks without a computer, I'm like, hey guys, aside from the fact that everything's on it, I have nothing to work on except my phone. So I ended up getting an upgrade for my phone, right? They gave me a replacement computer, a loaner. The next day, that literally did a somersault out of the computer case, and they said to me, treat it as if it's your own computer. And I'm like, absolutely. And I dropped the last one. So, and at least I had witnesses. I picked up the bag off the floor, and it did like a somersault, and then landed sideways on its front and bounced. It's still working, thank God. So I'm waiting until they give me the new computer, and then I'm gonna give the loaner computer back and go, sorry, Apple. But I think they expect. See, I'm getting all sweaty just even discussing my computer.
It's verklempt. She's getting verklempt.
I am getting verklempt, dude. But yeah, so it's been like a bad electronical time for me.
That's been your experience.
Yeah,
gonna be
that was
over
my
by the 7th.
experience. It was a bad experience.
Over by the 7th.
But we're having a good time.
Don't even
here.
worry about it.
And it's a hot experience, too.
It is a hot experience. But that's the way it goes.
It makes me want to take off all my clothes.
And we encourage that. And that is the exact reason why we keep it hot in here.
Oh, come on. Really?
In winter, we have to get closer.
Really?
Right. Yeah,
See, I much prefer to be cold than hot.
Me
Cold,
too.
you can always get warm.
Yep.
Hot, you can't cool down.
Right.
Like, unless you're standing in a freezer. And also, did I mention I'm in menopause?
No!
Yeah. So that does not help the issue. I'm 47, going on like 57, and I'm like cooking from the inside out. Oh, it sucks, dude.
It'll be fine. Don't worry.
No,
You have to get
fine.
through it.
It'll
You have
be
to get
fine.
through it.
But then I
know.
have to
You
explain
don't
to
know about
guys.
this
I have to
stuff.
explain to guys that I'm fucking like, oh wait, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
Like I'm not getting all flushed because
truly.
I'm all excited for you. It's like I'm getting all flushed because I'm an old lady and I'm getting all flushed.
But I mean, you could still have sex after menopause.
No, I
you know?
hate people touching me when I get a
Really?
flush. Yeah, because I feel. Don't you feel sticky right now without a bath?
I do.
Would you want somebody to molest and maul you?
She's hot, yes.
Yeah, but you'd still feel self-conscious.
Yeah, I would.
Right? I feel self-conscious. Like, ew, I'm sticky right now. You need to let me like cool off for like 5 seconds.
Okay.
And then we'll do it.
I like the sound effects. That's
Yeah.
very good.
Now, fun fact, Sam, and you don't even know this, but you were my first introduction to Max, and you weren't even here. My friend Mark was like, "Oh, see that girl Max over there? She's done some stuff," and I'm like, "I wonder if she knows Sam Phillips." So
done some
yeah,
stuff.
I was like, "I wonder if she knows that."
my
That was the
God.
first thing that
Like
came to me.
nudie stuff?
Yeah. And so I walked.
That stuff.
So my first ever introduction to Max.
Would you hold on? Would you get me a tissue from the bathroom, handsomeness? I just because I want to. Thank you.
Things are happening.
Thanks, guys.
Hell yeah.
I just. Okay, so
Yeah.
you approached her
fan
and
of
said,
my
"Hey,
first.
you've done stuff. Do you know Sam Phillips?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because stuff.
Yeah, and you were
Sam
right over.
Phillips
You,
or,
it was in
you
the
know,
winter, and you were like
synonymous.
right over here. And I don't know if you
Now,
remember
was
that.
Max
or
a
not.
guest of yours?
No, she's never been a guest. She was just. She was just there. It was just I think a band was playing, maybe After was playing, or
Yeah, something
or
like
somebody
that.
was playing, and then I just asked her. I was like, "Oh, hey, do you know Sam Phillips?"
Wow. I'm telling you, I bring so many people together. I do, and I'm saying that in like a fun way. Like I find out all the time that people meet through me, and people get out of tickets from me, and all kinds of just. I like it. I like being the conduit.
Wait, how do you get out of tickets?
A friend of mine got out of a ticket. He was parked up on a popular street, because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Up, let's just call it in the mountains, in a make-out area with a girl.
Mulholland.
And then, I guess somebody rolled up next to him, and
Charlie Sheen.
He was cop-wise, and he was getting pleasured, and he was basically
The
busted.
cop was getting pleasured?
No, my friend.
Okay.
And he
Nice.
was,
Darn,
he
that
was
would've been a
busted
better
by
story.
the cop person. And it was at the time when I was on 97.1.
FM talk station.
Yes. And I don't know if I was on the radio. I think I was on, because I was doing Friday nights, like 11
Right.
p.m. to 3 a.m., Friday and Saturday nights. So I think it was that shift. So I was on in the background, and somehow the cop recognized my voice, and the guy said, "That's my friend." And the cop's like, "Oh yeah, that's your friend." And the guy's like, No, it's my friend." And he goes, "Really? Tell me, what month and year, centerfold, penthouse, pet was she?" And my friend goes, "June 1993. And he goes, "Okay, you get off. Now get the hell out of here."
Wow.
And let my friend off, because he knew the issue that I was in.
I might have met that
Wow.
cop at an event. Does that cop ever come see you?
Oh no, I have
You know
other
that-
cops.
Yeah.
I have I have tons of cops friends.
That's why I was like, I remember a cop friend. I used to work with Sam Phillips, Sammy. I'm
Yeah,
like,
no,
I can't believe I
like
get to say
Sam.
that.
It's so funny. I become
Yeah.
Sammy to everybody.
I know, which is so weird. I mean,
I know.
Since I met you, or since I guess our last time together, you become Sammy, not Sam. And not only that, but you used to be blonde and now you're a brunette. Like, what's going on?
Okay, super quick. The Sammy was because Facebook kicked me off a couple of years ago as Sam Phillips, and this is before they opened up the rules. And now you can share anything. Before, they didn't let you share shit, and people would complain. And instead of like discussing it with you, they would just remove your profile. So I had like 3,500 friends at the time as Sam Phillips, and then I got into a whole war with them. I pled my case. It's so unfair, and they still were like, sorry, Sam, no dice. We're removing your page. So when I came back on Facebook, I was afraid that they would know it was me. So I became Sammy, because Sammy is not Sam.
Yeah.
But I mean, and then everybody just started calling me, but Sammy is like my childhood nickname. Like the older men in my life called me Sammy. My family calls me Sammy. Like very, very close people call me Sammy. And now strangers call me Sammy. It's the weirdest thing. And people introduce me as Sammy, and I'm like, it's weird.
People do that with me. They call me Maxie.
Maxie. Mm-hmm.
Guys especially, because they don't like to call me Max because it's
It's
too
a
much
guy
of a
name.
guy.
Yeah.
And in their heads, they're
And my
fantasizing
boyfriends,
about
and
sleeping
actually
with me.
my boyfriends called me Sammy a lot.
Because they can't handle
Sam.
the fact that
And
you
Max.
have a man's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love men's names on girls.
So do I.
So hot.
But then try fucking one and screaming out, "Hey,
Right.
Max! Oh yeah, it's so hot, Max!" And you're like, you don't want your neighbors to hear like,
No,
what?
I
I'll
don't
try
want
it.
you
I'll
to
try
think
it. Chick. What a chick.
You're
There you
going
go.
to change the dynamic here.
I'll
and
sacrifice.
then the blonde hair. Just I was sick and tired of dyeing my fucking hair, dude. I mean,
Is this
I
your
think-
natural color?
Yeah, I kind of feel like, blondes are for younger people. Not, I didn't want to be one of those older ladies that are, trying to relive their younger glory days with the blonde bombshell bullshit. I didn't want to. It's one less process. Now there's only white hairs to cover instead of brown and white hairs.
Right.
It's like a multi-step process with the fucking hair. So I'm just making it simple. Brown.
Do you feel that in a sense that you have just giving yourself a rebirth?
Oh, at the time when I went brunette, fuck yeah. I was like, I'm back to my roots. People are gonna take me serious. Already they took me serious, but for real, they really take me serious. Like, and I don't get like the whole pass of being the dumb blonde anymore. Like I could use that back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know. Nobody even believes me now.
Yeah.
They're like, you're brunette.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
intelligent. You're brunette.
And you wear glasses, bitch. You're smart.
Right there.
Yeah, I know. I can't get away with it. So I just, whatever. I think at a certain age you stop trying. And also, I don't make a living off of my body anymore or what I look like anymore.
But you could.
You could.
Thank you.
Totally.
But I don't know. I think at a certain point, when I was 30 was when I stopped taking off my clothes. 17 years ago, I stopped taking off my clothes for a living. How crazy.
Yeah.
It's a
no, that's
long
wrong.
time. So I kind of feel like, I don't know, but I still make B movies and I still have endeavors with adult stars and centerfolds, and I very much still play in that world. I just don't spread in that world. At a certain age.
That's an interesting way to put that.
Yeah, but like at a certain age, like let the younger girls do that shit. Like I just want to run it. I don't want to do it. I just want to be behind the scenes and say, you do this, and make the paychecks. I don't want to be the one being told, do this, do that, and care about my body and.
Love it.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
I'm not saying that
tot-
you're old
yeah,
or anything,
no.
but
No, I'm right up there with you.
we've had
so,
our
yeah.
day,
Yep.
and also
But,
you
they
branch
try
out.
they try to keep you there.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you're doing the autograph tours and stuff. People really want to see you exactly the way they saw you in the magazines.
Yes.
So they're expecting that.
Well, you're not
and
supposed
if
to
you don't-
age. Come on.
That's exactly the truth. They're looking at you like with a microscope, and it's difficult. It messes with your mind.
Have you done a bunch of the Glamour Cons?
I've never done a Glamour Con because I never wanted to be considered.
I got to
like
tell you something. I have done only two, one years ago and one last year, and it was really fascinating. I was expecting something worse than what it was. There was, a bunch of young girls, but honey, there's a bunch of old girls. And I'm talking about, I'm 47. There was a bunch of old girls, like 60s and 70s. Fucking adorable. Like, if you are into memorabilia and nostalgia and you have your favorite Playmates magazines from yesteryear and you want to actually get the autographs that you never were able to, they're all fucking there. And they all really do look good. So it's kind of nice because then you get to see all your pals and
Right,
you get
yeah.
to catch up. Like I saw Ava Fabian. When do you ever
my
see
girl.
her? Unless
Well,
you go up to the mansion.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But like Kathy St. George.
my old roommate.
Yeah, like a bunch, like all the girls, and they're my age or maybe a little bit older, looking phenomenal. I mean, we all still can hold our own in that arena, but we all branch out into other things because really, I think there's a certain point where you should stop making a living off of your naked body at a certain age.
Yep.
I'm not saying it's inappropriate, but like, yeah, I know there's a whole thing for the cougars and the, you know, over 50 or the over 60 magazines or whatever, but I don't want to be that girl.
Yeah, no. Not at all.
No.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
She can always be my girl. As a matter of fact, it's crazy, and I'll tell you this. Sam Phillips used to host the Single Life, and this is what I find interesting is that the Single Life has transcended, and it keeps on morphing into different things. Now it's Sam's Pajama Party, right? But essentially,
I made it a TV series though. I did
on Mav TV. I loved it when it was on Mav TV.
Thank you.
I watched it, you know, and I saw it on YouTube. I'm selling
it now to like Netflix and Hulu.
I hope they get it. I hope they bring it back. It was so great to see you, and of course Yanira and George, and that guy was just crazy. I remember who was it? Somebody suffocated him, or it was a wrestler.
Rowdy Piper.
Yes, you brought him on. That
choked him out into unconsciousness. Like I had Roddy come on 97.1 as a guest. I think it was like on a New Year's show or something. And George was my board op at the time, Yanira, my call screener. And George was like, I want to get choked out. And 97.1 wouldn't let it happen on the premises.
But Mav TV did.
Yes. So then when I shot at CRN, Digital Radio Network, where I shot the series, I basically had George sign away his life. If you die, if anything happens to you, if you become disfigured or retarded or anything, even 5 years from now, you cannot hold us responsible. And he signed it and got choked out, and right back up.
Oof. It was stunning.
It was crazy. And the best was Gina Grad's face in the window from the call screener booth. When he went down on the floor, she was just like one of those fish faces, right in the corner of the screen. It was crazy.
Is that around on YouTube? Maybe I'll dig around.
Yeah, you know what? There's only a couple of clips. Mav had a deal where they weren't putting stuff on the internet. It was exclusive to them. So that's what makes me reselling it right now attractive, because it hasn't been disseminated anywhere. There's a couple of like little scenes and stuff here and there, but not really, like maybe 4 things on the internet about it.
Right now we have Sammy Phillips. I still find it weird to call you Sammy, but I'm trying.
That's okay though. I don't mind it. It means you like me.
I do. Oh, Sam, I love you so much.
I know. I love you too.
Well, I remember when Kayla, I was a part of. Not many people know this, and it's real weird. Not that I go out of my way not to mention it, but I've never told anybody that I was at Kayla's Sex 97.1. You know.
I remember. Didn't you start your show one of your shows while you were still there?
Exactly, with Damagoy.
I was just gonna say with Damagoy. Yeah.
Exactly. That was one of the shows that I started there. And I don't know why I never bring it up. It's just kind of like, well, I'll just do it myself, and I'll just, I don't know. It's real weird. But when the last day there, I was with you in your car, and I went.
Was I smoking a joint?
Perhaps.
That's okay. You could say it.
And I remember
I think I was so sad.
Yeah, it was very. But you were on the phone trying to get like another deal. I think at the time with Mav. And you're like...
I was trying to get another studio because I had a check, and I had nowhere to film my 26-episode TV show that I signed a contract saying that I would be responsible to deliver 26 broadcast quality half-hour episodes. And I had nowhere to do it because I did the deal with 97.1.
Which would have been even more epic.
I know.
Because that station, people don't understand how badass that station was. And just...
It was the only FM talk station in Los Angeles.
And it just branched out to so many different things. I mean, because of that, I want to say iTunes should be thanking us. We singly brought the podcast into a really cool form to what it is now. Where it's really considered an art,
Yep.
So... mad love to you.
I know, mad love to you. I was so shocked when I walked in. I didn't put 2 and 2 together to equal 4. And then I saw you. I'm like, oh my God, how many people are called Turtle? Duh. Like, what?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I have something for Sam.
Well,
what?
She's melting over there.
Oh my God, you have a fan?
I have a fan for you.
Just like all true studios, it's not a studio unless it's really hot. That's just kind of the way it works.
I like how Max just wants everybody to take off their clothes.
Yeah.
Well, come on.
Oh, and it smells nice. It's like got perfume in it.
It's blueberry.
Oh, well, no wonder. It smells great. Wow.
Now, I do want to say you should check out Sam. She does do the Pajama Party Sundays from 6 to 8 at the Joint Studios. .com.
And I've been actually doing it 6 to 10.
They've been letting you do more?
There's nobody after me. So it's literally until whenever it ends.
And it's so much fun. You just
and I
don't
do
want to
2
stop.
shows. Like, I plan 2 shows, and I always tell the second show, hey, listen, we start late. I need to just change the time because people are like, it's so funny. The last couple of weeks, I've been getting notes like, so-and-so has to leave in half an hour because I'm like a half an hour into the next hour. And I'm like, okay. Meanwhile, when they come in, they stay for an hour and a half, and it's no half an hour. They just want to get in there.
Right.
People don't like to be waiting.
Yes,
but
that's true.
I figured I keep them plied with alcohol and other things while they're waiting, so it's not so bad while they're waiting. Right. And then by the time they get on the show, they're feeling no pain.
Which is why we need more alcohol and assorted other things.
Donations, hello.
Yes.
Always taking donations.
Hey, where do people send donations for you guys?
They could just either they can donate monetarily on entertheshell.com. There's a donate button.
Nice.
Or if they just want to come, we have actually the map where you can like click and it's like a Google map. It's very high tech. And it'll give you the exact directions. You can come drop off any sort of alcohol or anything you want here.
Wow.
Bring it on down.
Yeah.
I like that. That's awesome.
Come in, sit down, watch us record. We're happy to have you.
Yeah, exactly.
So you let anybody in this joint?
You know, yeah, I do. and what's crazy is like no one's ever taken me up, you know?
Come on, you guys. Take them up on it. You just need to bring a little kitty for the coffer.
Exactly.
You can come in.
Just a little bit of even if you don't, that's still cool. Just so you could see kind of how the process is, kind of how we do things here.
Yeah, we've had quite a few guests.
Quite a few. Oh, and let me mention Facebook.com/Sam's Pajama Party. Go there, and from there you can also interact with Sam Phillips.
Yeah.
And it's a good time. Earlier, I what they call in the biz teased that I was kind of newly single. I've been single now for what month are we in? We're in August for 8 months now.
Whoa.
And back when I used to listen, I worked for Nice Empire when, and I used to listen to it. I know it's crazy, right? And I used to listen to Sam all the time. And I always told her, I'm like, Sam, you are my girlfriend when I never had a girlfriend. And I do miss that. I do miss, the single life being on, because I really felt that it was this great support group for the single people. And what's crazy is people think, oh, you're single. What do you need a support group for? But
it's like-minded individuals that everybody wants to go and have a good time navigating the single life. It's not the easiest. You need, where does everybody go hang out? How do you not get fucked over by people? How do you know people's true intentions? How do you know when to call? How do you know? How do you know things? So you talk to other people that are similarly confused, and then you guys all figure it out together.
Right. Yeah.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant radio at the time.
Thank you.
Are you in a relationship?
That's complicated.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. Have I met him?
Have you met him, or have I met him?
Have I met him? Was he at the studio?
I don't think you've met him. But I'm the queen of banging around. Like, I have a whole roster of dudes, an entire roster.
I'm sure.
And I've kind of put them on the side burner because I like a guy who is the slow. Talk about a tortoise. Jesus fucking Christ. Excuse me, Jesus. I'm so sorry. But it's taken a super long time. It's like the courting phase is like, it's whatever. I don't even know what to say.
That's how frustrating.
Complicated.
That's how frustrating relationships can be.
Because you don't know where you stand. I'm not a person that pushes things. I hate having conversations about stuff. I think naturally when it comes up, it comes up. I hate people that push things. But when things don't go on a timeline like you think they should go, it's confusing. But then, I don't know. I don't like to bring shit up. I just like to kind of free float it around and see what happens. The guy before this guy, asshole. So I wasn't looking to dive right into another thing, sort of, gun shy or whatever, and happy to take it slow. But it's really slow.
Yeah.
It's a little too slow. I put out on the first date, motherfucker. Come
wow.
on. Oh, yeah. No,
Let's go on a date,
when-
Sam.
No, but here's the thing. I'm the queen of pre-screen, pre-select.
Okay.
So if I even agree to go out with you, that means I'm going to suck your cock or fuck you by the end of the night. And I already know it. You just don't know it.
Awesome. Well, now hopefully more people do. Once again.
And it's so funny because people are always like, hey, you want to go on a date? I'm like, no, I don't want to suck your cock, dude. But, it's like, I'm like the bonus surprise at the end, girl. Like, oh my God, she's blowing me in the car. It's like, yeah, dude, if I want to do something, I want to do it.
I just had that conversation with somebody because I've never done anything in a car ever.
I won't do anything in my car. I have a Hummer. No, and it's got leather seats. It's really nice. I don't want stuff in my car. I'll do it in your car. I don't want to do it in my car. Sorry. I'm a germaphobe. No, I don't want to get cum on my leather seats. They're two-tone. I don't want them being three-tone. Two-tone with a splash. No, and that forces you to swallow. And, God, if I'm not in the mood, I don't want to. And
now, does it leave a stain on the leather seat?
That's I've never even tried. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to find out.
Can
you imagine going back
now,
to the...
like, have I gotten in a car and it's been stained and I didn't know it? I thought it was paint, or
could be,
or
a grease stain.
It's like, ooh, that's somebody else's cum. Gross.
I wonder how many dealerships have literally had people come in with their car and go, "Hey, dude, do you know how to get out cum?"
Baking soda, hello.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Baking soda is like the greatest cleanser in the world. All it does is absorb.
From leather?
From leather, from metal, it's like one of the greatest things in the world. Give baking soda a try. Okay. It's gonna really help.
But stick with your plan and don't do it in your
no,
car.
I don't want to do it in my car.
We'll try it in my car.
I'll do it in someone else's car.
Done.
Internal.
Right?
In your car?
Yeah, I'll bring baking soda. I'll be like, okay, this is purely scientific.
Break out the Purell. Because I don't know where your lips have been last. I'm just saying.
It's been 8 months.
Yeah, I haven't kissed anybody.
So you haven't done anything?
Nothing.
You've been abstinent?
Abstinent.
Wow.
100% abstinent.
But you've been pleasuring your own self.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I mean,
He's a man.
I'm a guy. I'm a man. Maybe.
What's holding you back? Just lack of opportunity, lack of selection?
Is this going to sound crazy, but I was really in love, and true love is just, it's heartbreaking, when you decide to leave someone and break that time, you just...
How long were you going out with her?
7 years.
Oh, yeah, it's a long time. Were you living together?
No, but it was practically like we were,
Do you compare everybody else to her?
Of course. Yeah. Of course. And I'm still not ready. I'm still not ready to move on. And
has she moved on?
No. Actually, we've been not seeing each other, but every now and then we come across each other.
Do you hook up?
No.
No XX?
No, nothing. Just it's just we have these great conversations, and it's even, you know what? I wouldn't mind if we hooked up, because then we wouldn't have to talk. But by talking to her, she's so smart, and that's what really I was attracted to. That's what gets me. That's what makes me want to go back to her is because I knew her, you know what I mean? And I know how
it's comfortable.
Yeah. And so I'm dealing with those issues, which is another great reason why I love that you're here, because I can, really help, or you can help me with this, because it's like, should I go? It's like I feel like I should go back with her, But then part of me
has she given you any inkling at all if she would want to?
I know she would. Not to sound like
Who broke up with who?
I broke up with her.
Why did you break up with her?
We both in our lives were going through different things. This is gonna sound weird, but I accepted yoga, and I know that sounds like a
you
religion
accepted yoga
into my life.
And she had an issue with yoga?
She just had an issue with just, health and things like that. And it sounds really weird, but we were just going through something like that. And that's why I had to break up with her,
Because she wasn't into yoga?
She wasn't into just changing her lifestyle of
But why would she have to
fitness. Change? I don't know, because I started changing and...
But did she have to change to be with you, or can she still be the same?
You know what? I think she did, only because the way we were, like, a lot of our issues had to deal with food. So, if I went out with her, we were going to eat.
So she wasn't being supportive of you,
not really supportive.
Like she was backing you up in your health
But after
experience.
7 years to break up over yoga and food.
I know, which is why it's like tough. Maybe it was just kind of like
You guys just needed a little break. You had the 7-year itch.
I think that I'm like,
but he wasn't even itching for somebody else.
No, but sometimes it's an itch just to get away from the other person and do your own thing. 7 years is a long time, and even though you weren't living together, your lives were obviously symbiotic and parallel with one another. You were doing things together to the point where when she wasn't supportive of the yoga and the food, it bothered you. So sometimes you guys need to travel a different road to come back to the same road.
Yeah.
And at 7 years, it's like 6 months, a year. 7 years, there's like milestones where it's make it or break it time.
Do you think that I should? I don't know. Do you think I should call her and just be like?
I think you should ask to take her out to dinner, and I think that you should have a conversation with her and just say, I don't know how you're feeling about this, but you haven't moved on with anybody that you've told me, and I haven't, and I think that's because we still have a strong bond, and I think we just needed some time to think and reassess and stuff. And how are you feeling now? Like, what do you feel about me? Because I'm going to tell you how I feel about you. And people don't communicate because they're so afraid of rejection and hearing somebody not want them or not accept what they have to say. Sometimes you have to say it though, just to get it off your chest, because then you know where you stand instead of wondering.
It's so much.
I mean, it might be painful in the immediate if they are not on the same page as you, but thank God, when you rather know that she's not on the fucking same page as you, and you could really cut the cord and move the fuck on. I think you're not moving on because it's comfortable. She's around if you want to chat. It's like you have a relationship without the sex. But I mean, what kind of relationship is that? Figure it out. Like dive back into it or cut it for good. But the fact that she's like floating is stopping you from doing anything.
Which brings me to my next point. Going out on a date, how would you feel if I paid with gift cards? Like everything, would that be fine? Is that
that's fine as long as you slip it to the fucking waiter without anybody seeing.
And just not make it like completely obvious?
No, when you sit down, you hand your waiter your gift card when they seat you. You hand it to the waiter D and say, "Give this to my waiter, please, thank you."
Okay, cool. Because I have tons of gift cards.
Yeah,
and, I mean that doesn't make me cheap.
No, but it's just not. It just doesn't look nice on a date.
If it's with a girl fine. If it's a first date, but then again, I still think that you should be able to bring your first date to McDonald's to test her, or a Burger King or something. And if she goes,
I paid for my first date with my ex-husband, which is why he's my ex-husband.
Well, I don't think that we should pay for the date when they ask us out, but I think that we should be open to not having it be like a 5-star meal, because a lot of chicks in this town, it's hard. Chicks struggle here. They get by getting guys to pay for their meals and pay for their way and help them out. So they expect nice things when you take them out. And the way to weed out those girls from the genuine real girls that are willing to tough it out with true love, or build something with somebody that might not have a lot, you have to test them. Because if you start out taking them to a great meal in the beginning, they're always going to expect that great meal. And when you can't sustain that, they're dumping your ass for somebody who can.
And that's good advice for girls as well, because, when a guy immediately says, "I want to take you shopping," that's a red flag.
Oh, yeah.
That is a red flag. That he wants to own you.
Control you.
Control you.
And then you owe him by him doing that shit for you.
So girls, never let a guy take you, especially for shoes. If a guy buys you shoes, that's an invitation for them to walk out of your life.
Wow, I say that about diamonds. When a guy buys you diamonds, he's leaving you.
No, you can buy me diamonds all day long.
No, but usually when it's a parting gift. Guys, out of guilt, when they're about to leave you guys with some cash, they'll get you a nice high-end pricey gift, because that's their way of saying, "Hey, babe, sorry it didn't work out. Here's these diamonds. Go pawn them. See you later."
Yeah, interesting.
I know plenty of them.
Except for my ex-husband pawned all my diamonds.
See, that was just the bad choice. Bad guy.
Bad guy.
Bad guy.
Bad guy, 20 years.
Well, we're trying to find good guys now, so let's, find some good guys. How about that?
Yeah, because, we're single.
Now, do you guys do like events and mixers where the two of you go get social with your listeners and go out and meet people?
We haven't really done that yet. We've gone to a couple of shows to support some of the bands that come on the show, but we haven't actually set something up like that. Which
maybe that's next. I mean, like I said, we've been doing this for a year, so it's like, okay, now what next for the year? I mean, I do on my other projects, I do other stuff. That kind of I'm not torn. I'm just somewhere else. I'm always recording with another band or interviewing another band, or just I'm jet setting.
Right.
But maybe I think that is what's next for us.
Yeah.
Sam, is for us to start doing
do like a mixer, where you get a bunch of your people together and have you should do like a 1 year anniversary party, like a big party somewhere at a bar that one of your guys' friends own or something. Put out the word, put out the call on Facebook, Twitter. You're both single, right?
Right.
Good looking, and just have it be like a single mixer.
That's a great idea.
Sam, and so it's like half single mixer, half celebratory 1 year anniversary party.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do it on the 1 year anniversary.
Right.
You can do it in the next month. It's still 1 year.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I'll come. I'll bring some hot chicks.
All right.
Done.
Yeah.
Some hot guys too.
Yeah, hot guys. And you guys should do like speed dating. Like set it up, do like a speed dating thing where
record that.
Everybody does like 2 minutes where you ask each other questions and you switch around and then try and find a configuration that works.
Sam, you need to bring the single life back, man.
I know.
It's truly
I know.
time for it to come back. I think there are a lot more single people than marriaged people.
Oh yeah. Well, hello. That's for sure.
Yeah. So
and 60% of marriages end in divorce.
So then they're single again.
Or murder.
Or murder, exactly.
It's a great demographic, let me tell you.
Yeah, everyone's usually always single at some point in their life, unfortunately.
So is there any plans for that? I know you're shopping around the TV show.
Yeah, I'm hoping that whoever I make a deal with, and I'm hoping I make more than one deal, but I wouldn't mind if any one of them had interest in funding another season or buying another season. I'll fund it some other way. But as long as I have a place that would take a second season of Single Life, I can go and just do it anywhere.
Okay, but right now you're doing Sam's Pajama Party, and can you tell me a little bit more about that?
It's basically a bunch of infamous and famous types, guys and girls. I like to have a smattering of centerfolds and a smattering of porn stars, a smattering of like a cool celebrity, writers, comics, directors, all kinds of different people. Usually they don't know each other, and it's like going to a real party. Sometimes it's a little awkward in the beginning, like, who are you? Everybody's in their pajamas. I try and get them liquored up or whatever, get them a little loose. And then, like at a true party, you're forced to have conversations with people you don't know, and then you realize they're really cool and you like them, and then you leave with a whole bunch of new friends. That's literally like my show.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And that's 4 hours? And
yeah, it's like 4 hours.
And it's at thejointstudios.com. Go check it out. Live Sundays 6 to 10 for right now.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys go check that out. Sammy, thank you so much for coming on the show. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. And then follow me on the Twitter, the Single Life. I still have the Single Life Twitter and Sam's Pajama Party, and the same with Facebook's the Single Life and Sam's Pajama Party.
And I'll have all the links on the show notes to the websites, both Twitters, both Facebooks. And yeah, so we're going to have all that. Don't you worry.
Yay!
So just log on to entertheshell.com, and there you'll see all the links to the show notes.